The books you won't put down. Grab the House of Lazenberry series by author Daniel Webb. Since his controversial interview at the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast, the books can't stay on the shelf. Grab the series, The House of Lazenberry, The House of Lazenberry 1970H, and The House of Lazenberry, A Time in the Hill. Link in the description box.
Why haven't y'all tried miracle food yet?
Miracle food.
Mega food.
Miracle food.
Miracle food.
Miracle food.
Miracle food.
Miracle food.
Miracle food.
Please support your Black businesses and support your health. This is a tool to genuinely heal people. It's through the roof. I feel like I'm low-key levitating in this bitch. This should be in your cabinets.
Promote your brand here at Viral Hip Hop News. Email me, Sam Ant at thehiphopnews.com. No, wait, let's go.
I'm a researcher and a very instinctive observer of human nature and people. Always have been since I was a child. I used to entertain my family by mimicking Michael Jackson and James Brown, just to make my family laugh. So I think it started there and in the church. I've always been creative, but, they kept shoving a football in my hand. It's like to be creative or to be a rapper, to do anything, to be a poet. You don't know you're poor. You don't know you're different because of your environment. That's why I really love hip hop artists, because they're poets. They just don't know how to exercise that creativity because it's not masculine. And then they go all the way out, with the mythos, the pathos in terms of their rap and do very, very well. But they're artists. They're poets at the end of the day. You know what I mean? All of them are not gangsters. I know that for a fact. I rode on the back of a garbage truck with DMX, laughing and talking about his White Album that he never released, where he had this incredible gospel voice, man. He sounded like Gerald Levert. And I begged him. I went toe to toe with him, over a bottle of $3,000 bottle of Louis, arguing about him. Man, really, he used to sing to my cat when we were doing exit wounds. He would roll up on me and always throw his Rough Rider jeans at me, wanted me to sag. I said, man, I ain't sagging right now, nigga. Nigga, I'm wearing Prada. He's like, y'all, come on. You can't roll with me like this. I like, I'll throw on some Timberland boots, but they gotta be made. They gotta be boots made by Prada. I'm not rocking. I'm out of Brooklyn. I'm not doing that no more, man. But that was the time, and I miss him. I really do. I'm just shocked that he's gone. He lived a hard life. He was what you saw, that was who he was, but he was also, believe it or not, a very kind, generous, deeply spiritual man. And I don't know, I'm getting myself in trouble with that White Album. I don't know if they're going to release it. I hope they do, but it is the truth. I remember he telling me, he said, Isiah, if I release the people not going to follow me. But if you notice in his recent album, he's praying at the end like a preacher. He said he always, like in Belly, he always thought his life was going to end up in the pulpit. But something in him anyway, I digress. But anyway, he never, I really believe Tupac and Biggie could have become our latter day Malcolm X's.
Wow.
I really do. I really, really do. Because if you look at the history of Malcolm X, he was no saint.
Right.
And if you studied it, if you believe in that good Bible, most of the men left to right of Jesus Christ, they were no saints.
Right.
That's okay. True. But that's my thing on that. I don't know why they're gone. I have my theories, my conspiracy theories, but they were very Biggie and DMX, Pac, very powerful voices, man. When Tupac died, they put his obituary in The Economist magazine. The Economist magazine comes out of London. Only high dignitaries, presidents, get memorialized in Economist magazine. That just tells you how powerful Tupac's voice was. And now we're discovering just how powerful DMX's voice was. Right? And they're gone. I'm always asking myself, why? But anyway.
When DMX passed away, were you surprised to hear what they say is the cause of death when you heard it, when we all heard it?
Next question. In my mind, everybody has their opinion, right?
Right.
I believe the hospital is the last place I'm going to go. If you hear anything about me, It won't be in the hospital, bro.
Mm.
I'm not gonna commit suicide. And I told him I'm not going to the hospital. I just got out of COVID. And everybody, you know, I'm still wheezing, you know, but I'm still self-caring and handling myself. I'm not going to the hospital, bro.
Gotcha.
Ain't no way.
Yeah.
Ain't no way. Not doing it. I'm gonna have to be really, really hurt before you roll me through those trauma doors. I worked in the medical. I've seen in Inglewood what goes on in the trauma wards. Okay, and you know, I know there are a lot of good doctors and nurses out there, but if you really want to know what's really going on in society, walk through a trauma center. Walk through some emergency room. You really want to know what's going on in the world. It is war out there, but I don't have to tell you guys that.
Right.
And I'm saying to myself, how can this be? We're in the 21st century. And I went through this when I was 23. Like, wait a minute. How can it still be this bad? How can people still be this illiterate? How can people still be hustling and having to hustle, have no other options? Still. You know, PCP is still a thing here in California. People still getting wet.
Yeah.
They're still making money.
Yeah.
We got our own gang members out here sex trafficking our own people. You can't be a foster care person that just be put out on the street at 18. You're done. West of Adams Street, you're gonna disappear. Why? And so we say houseway. Now I know capitalism, everybody gotta make money, but what is going on? What so many of our people are forced on making these choices. It's not like you can't make another choice, like what you guys are doing, right? But why is it so attractive? Well, look at social media. Look at the movies that people are making, which is why my movie, I deprive the audience of blatant and gratuitous violence. So people look at my movie and it's all implied. It's like, oh my God, it's so violent. That scene, this, and I'm not showing you anything.
Right.
I'm not showing you anything. What that tells me, that social media and the media has gotten our society, collectively speaking, so desensitized from actual violence that we see posted. This guy recently getting stabbed in the neck. Everybody will go to their phone before they try to help somebody today.
That's a fact.
Unfortunately.
Man.
How did we get there? Well, I know how we got there. Everybody has a cell phone. You don't need a license for that. But it's a smartphone. It's a GPS system. It's a tracking system. Even when it's turned off, they can track you. And now people posting their anger, their rage, their personal information. The algorithm knows, well, okay, this is what we want to feed the beast. This is what they want to see. So then when a movie comes out that doesn't have the visual violence in it, and just your imagination is making it seem like it's worse than what you're actually seeing, that tells me that you rather see real violence and you have been taught that your imagination is the thing to fear. We're in a society where we, collectively speaking, been taught that our imagination is more diabolical and more supposed to be more feared than what we're actually seeing in real time.